Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel. We're coming to you from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama. We're talking about music, records. We're doing record reviews, interviews, and more. Trying to help keep jazz alive largely on this channel by just doing reviews, having you guys share them with other people, giving the thumbs up, supporting all these wonderful jazz artists and all these wonderful independent record labels, which is a large part of what this channel is about. So if you guys have missed the conversation series that have had going on now for well over a year, go back and check out the playlist below. I've got all these wonderful conversations you get to hear from all your favorite jazz artists. Today, this one I'm getting ready to review will give you a reason to go out and buy a CD player if you don't already have one, and that is Jacob Chung. This is live at Frankie's Jazz Club in Vancouver. And I had Jacob on the channel. We talked a little bit about his last album called The Sage, which is absolutely fantastic. He is just well versed in all of the classic jazz saxophone players. He has a really good understanding of the whole history of jazz, and you can tell that he is interested in keeping the legacy of the more traditional style of jazz going on, which you're going to hear on this album. But not only is he playing here live at Frankie's, but he's playing with a really cool jazz trio, which is Tyler Henderson's jazz trio, who I also reviewed this album not too long ago. It's also fantastic. So these are all albums that you're going to want to pick up, and you can pick. They're only available on CD at this time. And again, if there's any reason for you to go out and buy a CD player if you don't have one, this is the reason why. I've been listening to this album here live, streaming. I've been playing it for people when I run into them. I'm like, check this out. This is an engaging live record. It is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to play three tracks of three of my favorite tracks off of here for you guys today. And these are long tunes on here. These are jazz, jam sessions, if you will. They're all 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes long. So they're very intense playing. And again, you've got just a wonderful band on here. Now, it's also recorded by Corey Weeds, and it was recorded also by Rylan Pusher. Him and Corey recorded this at Frankie's, and then it was mixed and mastered by Sheldon Zaharko, who this Sunday, if you tune in, you'll get an hour-long conversation with him where he talks about recording this and talks about making some of the other wonderful albums on the Cellar Music label. So definitely tune in for that. So I'm going to put this in the handy old Oppo CD player, and we're going to have a listen. Of course, Jacob, again, if you missed the conversation I had with him, go back and check that out. I'll put a link below to that so you can go watch that. But he's a player from Canada who moved to New York City in 2022. I think he's only 23 or 24 years old. And he studied with the great saxophonist Vincent Herring. And in 2024, Jacob sought the guidance of Grant Stewart at the Tribeca Jazz Institute, where he connected with these different players such as Eric Alexander and Ken Peplowski. And these guys really gave him a mentorship of sorts. And so he is very popular playing now in the New York jazz scene. A great player, a young player, but definitely, I think somebody who's got a bright future ahead. And if he plays this good now, it's going to be impressive to see what he's doing 10 years from now. Tyler Henderson, again, if you missed the review that I did of this, go back and check it out. Fantastic record, but he's been playing piano since the age of 5. This guy is absolutely fantastic. He was inspired to play the piano seriously when he heard Bill Evans playing and Vince Guaraldi. So again, this is another guy that seems like he wants to grab onto this tradition and then move it forward into the future, and that's what you're going to hear on this. I'm going to play Janine on here, which is almost a 10-minute version of Janine, but it's absolutely fantastic. I want to play that for you guys. I want to play one of my other favorite tunes on here is a Bud Powell tune called Oblivion. I want to play that for you guys. And then I want to play a tune called Beautiful Friendship, which is also incredible. And so I like the whole album. The whole album is a fantastic listen to all the way through. but those are probably 3 of my favorite tracks, and I'm quite familiar with this now, listening to this just over the past few days. All right, here we go. This is the first time I've actually listened to it on CD here in my house. I've listened to it streaming. Tyler Henderson on piano, Caleb Chung on bass, Hank Allen Barfield on the drums, of course Jacob Chung on the tenor. apparently this record came about, it says here in the liner notes, when they were doing their tour across Canada, they came back, they were playing at Frankies, and Corey decided to record the shows, 4 sets. It was never intended really to be released, it was just done for posterity's sake. When they heard how well it came out, they went ahead and decided to put it out. So that's pretty cool. The sound quality is definitely very good for a live recording like this, out of a club. Soundstage, you know, it sounds like you're sitting in a room. The drums are over here, piano's over here. Bass is more down the center to the right a little bit. Great piano player. Nice, you hear a nice room sound. It's a pretty decent sounding recording. And the playing on it is just absolutely phenomenal though. It's just incredible. And Tyler Henderson, who's a piano player here, moved to New York in 2019 to attend Juilliard. He got a master's degree from there. So this is She here, but I'm going to skip over to track 3. This is a great tune as well. Again, it's a great listen all the way through, but I'm going to play you my favorite track. So I'm going to go to Oblivion. I want to play this track for you guys. Again, if you haven't heard these two, go check these two out. This makes a nice 3-album combo for sure. Especially if you're into the more straight ahead jazz. These are some of the best young players you're going to hear carrying this forward into the future. Check this out. Sound like you're there. You know, it just has a great live sound. Drums over here, piano over here, bass over here, saxophone. Sounds like he might be moving a little bit in the mix. Nice. Yeah, I'm digging it. You can hear a little bit of the noise of the bar behind there and everything. Glasses clinking here, a little here and there. And so The recording again is kind of makes you feel like you're sitting back in the room and the stage is up here, so it's kind of feel like you're sitting in the club, but your back just maybe a little bit away from the stage. Is kind of the feel that it gives you. November 8th and 9th, 2024 in Frankies in Vancouver. Nice. So I think the next one to close out with is going to be track 6, which is Beautiful Friendship.
Thanks very much. That was Bud Powell's Oblivion.
So, you know, people are, oh, none of the young guys are doing any of the old stuff, man. These guys are doing it, and it sounds fantastic. The Youngbloods here. This is called Beautiful Friendship and beautiful piano playing here by Tyler. Appreciate you guys joining me. Leave your comments. Give it a thumbs up. Again, get this music out to lovers of jazz. People that really love jazz are going to appreciate this. Great selection of tunes. Got some beautiful ballads as well, but just really a burn-in live record that if you want to go hear Tyler Henderson's trio on this album, just came out this year, fantastic album as well. I recommend it. And Jacob's album from last year, The Sage, fantastic. So, some great straight ahead jazz. section too. Hank Allen Barfield on the drums, the guy Smokin, and a great bass player too, Caleb Tabachman. Folks, thanks for joining me. Another, for those that say jazz is dead and the young guys aren't keeping it alive and the young guys aren't, playing any of the great classic stuff in the straight ahead jazz, this is the answer. It says absolutely they are. And this is a testament to the fact that these young bloods, as we call them, these young guys that are in their mid-20s and they're coming up here steeped in jazz tradition, and they are playing some smokin stuff. So if you like that kind of straight ahead stuff, this is an absolutely fantastic album. Go pick it up. Jacob Chung live at Frankie's Jazz Club with the Tyler Henderson Trio. I got a lot more stuff here coming your way. Several more vinyl reviews coming up for you guys and CD reviews. I've got a lot here to do. So also, again, stay tuned. Coming up this Sunday, Sheldon Zaharko, who has mixed and mastered this. You're going to hear from him and how he goes about doing all the great stuff behind the scenes of these wonderful albums. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. Again, give your thumbs up for these guys. Support these musicians and this music. And I will talk to you soon. Reinterpreting Oblivion in Beautiful Friendship. Smokin. Highly recommended. We'll see you guys. Happy listening.
Tyler Henderson Trio, everyone. Tyler Henderson Trio.